What's going on, guys? It's Brandon. So I got to talk fast because I got a lot of information to rapid fire through in this video because I don't have a lot of space in my phone. But the point is this. There is oh my God, where do we begin? So I've known all along that the Grand Sport's coming. I got a bunch of different people on the inside at General Motors and different places that have told me along the way, way back in the day, that it's coming. Then it was like, oh, it's going to turn into a secret car. Okay, great. So I mean, you've got two choices. You as a human being either have to decide that you believe that I know what I'm talking about or that I don't. And this is going to be like the big one. This is going to be the one where everybody's like, okay, he knows people. He knows what he's talking about. And it's crazy because, okay, so think of it like a filter. I set up these like filters subliminally because I want to see where people fall. It's like a curiosity game for me to try to study humanity because people are not smart. And so you set up like the big filter that filters out the real idiots. Then you have another filter that filters out like the medium chunks, and then the finer filter which filters out the smaller chunks. But chunks are all idiots, and the biggest idiots, smaller idiots, smaller idiots. So you get smarter as you go, and very few people make it through the final filter, right? So you set up these tests, okay, to see who's who. So I'll just be honest. I thought that Clayton Smith, and I still do, he's a good dude. Like, he's not that bad. But guys, he's not as smart as I thought he was. He's really not. So he genuinely thinks that I don't have people on the inside who genuinely know what the fuck they're talking about. He genuinely thinks that I'm wrong about this being a Grand Sport, not a ZR1. Even though I gave all the hints of what was going on. So put yourself in my shoes for a second. You know what's going on. You see what's going on. And we'll recap a lot of things here in a second. But you say, okay, well, what can I do with this information? And the answer is bet people money. So those of you asking me, am I still willing to bet money? The answer is yes. But I don't get engaged with like douchebags, especially when I'm going to be banned from groups and I'm forced to interact with people who I wish I had blocked. But I will bet more people money. And we can do the escrow game and different things like that if these people really want to do that. So genuinely, after watching this video, if anybody else wants to still bet me money that there's a Grand Sport coming as a 2025, by all means, step right up, okay? I'll bet as much money as you guys want to bet. And maybe you guys can give me some odds since you're so positive it's a ZR1. So, I was genuinely trying to help Clayton get his group to be like the group where people saw that like the real conversations happened. And by me not being present in the other groups are missing out. They're behind the eight ball. They're slow. They don't know what's going on. And I was kind of in between a rock and a hard place, as you saw in the British video, the British accent video, where I explained that, do I screw up GM's secret? Or is there a way to still make a bet without screwing up GM's secret, right? So that's what I was trying for. Still make bets with people without screwing up GM's secret. So I would sit there and I'd kind of play stupid. And I'd be like, oh, maybe this, maybe that's the ZR1 motor. It's not the ZR1 motor, guys. I told you guys a year ago, and it was in my YouTube channel multiple times, there are two different motors for the Grand Sport. There's the Grand Sport naturally aspirated, and there's the Grand Sport turbo. There's two cross-plane crank motors coming. Naturally aspirated LT3 and turbo variant of that motor, 6.6 turbo. I told Conti back in 2021 or 2020 maybe even it was, him and Bob who work at Coughlin, I told them, guys, there's two motors being tested for the ZR1 Zora. One's a 6.6 liter cross-plane crank turbo. And that same motor is going to go in the Grand Sport naturally aspirated. And then there's another motor being tested, which is the whatever it is, 5.5, whatever it is. And I'm still not going to sit here and claim that I know, because those of you saying, oh, we know, it's already confirmed. Nothing is fucking confirmed, guys. It's an experimental car that you're looking at. They can lie to you all they want. General Motors is allowed to lie about experimental cars. General Motors is only legally mandated to tell you the truth once they get past the experimental stage. Once they're CTF cars and production cars, they have to tell you the truth. Right now, they don't have to tell you the truth at all. They can put ZR1 dashboards on Grand Sports, dash displays. They can put ZR1 logos on the side of Grand Sports. These are all experimental VIN number cars, guys. They can say whatever they want. And it's up to you to be smart enough to know that It's not a CTF car, and it's not a production car. Therefore, that whole reveal that you just watched was bullshit to some degree. But it wasn't bullshit in the regard that it is the Grand Sport. It's the Grand Sport style wheels. It's the Grand Sport color stripes. As Throttle House showed you, it's the Grand Sport pale gray blue color on the engine that matches the old Grand Sport outer bodies of old. It's the Grand Sport, guys. Okay? It doesn't have the fender vents yet like the Trailblazer does. You guys honestly think that General Motors would put fender vents on a fucking Trailblazer before they put fender vents on a fucking ZR1? I've given you guys all the clues. But once I saw that people were not being receptive of my clues, and that the reveal went the way that it did and people didn't see through it, I thought about it for a little bit. I went to bed laughing to myself how fucking stupid everybody is. And I said, you know what? I think my own best friends think that I'm wrong. So let's just apologize tomorrow and see what my own best friends say. And guess what? This is forgiveness to Chet and forgiveness to Clayton and forgiveness to all these guys. My own best friends don't believe me. Not all of them. Anyway, there's a couple who do, but not all of them. We'll say that for sure. So when your own best friends don't believe you about a topic, it really makes you step back. See, I was taught a long time ago. Sorry. I'm going to have to end this video because I got something stuck in my throat. I was just eating lunch and I got like something stuck. I'll make part 2 of this video. See ya.